let it register.
All right, we're live.
Let's do it. Welcome you guys to the after show for $1 Million Secret on Netflix, season 2, episodes 4 through 6. We're going to be talking about millionaires, gameplay, challenges, strategy, and you'll want to stick around to the end because we have a special segment. So say hello to us in the chat, share it with a friend who you know is a fan, and let's get into it. It's
Let's
me, the super
go.
talkative, full of antics, and very good at assisting millionaires in their agenda. It's me, season 1, Jamie the Snake.
Can
And we
you
got
hear that ring?
I mean, this Jersey boy, he's big brains, big heart, and I promise you, he's not a cop.
I'm
So
not
we
a
got
cop.
season 1, the wolf, Chris
Yeah,
in the building.
I thought maybe after we were done filming our season, I should go back and enroll in police academy. At least try to make it look somewhat real, because apparently I'm a cop, so I don't know.
It would be so believable. But wait, do you hear that, Ray? It must be our Southern Belle with all that sass and the one-liners you won't forget. Season 1, the Tiger, Lydia in the building.
Hi, y'all.
What's going on, everyone? Okay, this is going to be a great show because episode 4, 5, 6. Let's just start with episode 4. What did you guys think of the episode overall? Like,
It was defined by the double kill shot. I mean, this is what you see with this game. Is what we were talking about last week. Is that this season the biggest difference is the kill shot is in the open field. It is running rampant, and that dictates the decisions of the players. So what happens when there's a double kill shot? They're terrified, and it's a new millionaire, so they don't know who it is. I thought it was a good episode.
I
Yeah,
loved it.
I liked it. Liked it a lot.
Yeah, me too. I just feel like this was one of the episodes where I start to see people really starting to pick up on behaviors and clock some of the stuff that's going on. You start to see some of the players who are sharp and seeing how they're trying to find their way in catching people up. Because I know
Mhm.
you guys have to remember after being on season 1, it took us maybe a few episodes to kind of get the rhythm of what we should even be looking for in the first place. So
Yeah.
now I think that's what we're finally getting with season 2. And I'm
Yeah, and
pumped.
at this point, they've been together over a week, and they're starting to get to know each other a little bit.
For sure.
Exactly. Let's go to the chat and say hi to some of the people. We got Caleb in the building. Let's see. Caleb said, Lydia.
Caleb, our
Hi, Kayla.
once millionaire.
Oh my gosh, Caleb, you hanging on in that game. Excited to see everyone tonight. Yes. Let's see. What else do we have in here? Okay. So we got a lot of people checking in. We love to see you guys in here. But let's just jump on into some of this gameplay. Chris,
Yep.
what were you saying with the gameplay?
So episode 4, I wrote down a bunch of different things with the gameplay. So I think the biggest one is that the double kill shot sort of lords over this game, right? And that we know, the contestants know that a double kill shot is coming. So what we talked about last week, Lydia, different from our season to their season, is that we didn't know a kill shot was coming until the episode with Jamie, right? So episode 7. So we didn't know in episode 5 when you went out that the kill shot was coming. When the kill shot's coming, what I've learned with this season is nobody wants to get kill shotted. They want to have they're okay getting eliminated, but they want to have some control over how they go home. They want to go home on their own sword, not on a kill shot. So when
Yeah.
there's a kill shot or when there's a double kill shot, you see people playing to try to find the millionaire. So here's what I wrote down. Number 1, the clue comes out. Kevin takes the clue, the movies from 1999, which, by the way, they never questioned that Lauren was in high school in 1999. Maybe it was 2000, maybe it was 1998. They just take it. Hey, it's 1999. We got to find it. There are 4 people who were born in 1999 in this season. 4 people who, by the way, all of them would have been the youngest person in our season by 2 years at
No,
least.
literally, I was like, these kids are so young. But if I was see Lauren, I was following her numbers because we were both born in 82. So she
Mhm.
was like, I saw junior year, I graduated 2000. I was like, oh yeah, 99.
Yep.
And
Yep.
I
So
would have said I have no idea. It was sometime before 2010. I don't know. I would have had no idea on any of those.
I did know
Me
it was
neither.
1999, but I can't brag too much because I had one chance to do movie trivia on our season and I got it wrong. So Anyway, anyway, that gives us 4 people in consideration. We have Kevin, who took the clue, and as a result, people don't really suspect him because he said the clue, sort of like Corey talking about getting chased by the hound in our season, right?
Mm-hmm.
It gives us Yumiko, who nobody seems to suspect at this point, Nick and Kat. So the final 2, Nick and Kat, are really the 2 that sort of end up in consideration. Nick does a pretty good job of sneaking in his doppelgangers. He gets a little lucky at the end there with Tom Cruise. Kevin really does look like Tom Cruise with those glasses on. And then, I think the biggest thing in terms of gameplay is they're given a really good, honest chance at trying to find out who the millionaire is. They just get it wrong. What are we looking at here?
Sorry, I was really trying. I
will say going into this episode, going into episode 4, my favorites were Hunter, Kat, and Tamika. And I spent a lot of time kind of yelling at the screen, Tamika, don't fall for, now I'm already forgetting his name.
Oh, Yumiko.
Don't fall for Nick. You can do better. I shouldn't trash talk Nick. I don't know Nick or anything about him, but I'm like, she's not playing it smart. I think we find out later, maybe there's some creative editing in there. It looks like she's not playing.
Well, you know what? We can get to that when we get to episode 6, but I think Yumiko had a plan all along.
But it looks like she's falling for him, and there's a little romance, maybe kind of like they did with you, Chris. They're making it sound like, she's not thinking with her head and everything.
Could that be part of the plot?
I think it could be. And I think you hear enough from Yumiko to know that she has a plan, what's going on, and they're just having a little bit of fun. That would be my take as somebody who was involved in a similar storyline in season 1. So,
Nick is playing it really well, and so I've got to hand it to him. He's doing a good job. I think the doppelganger thing should have been a lot easier. I think it took him, it's like, of course, in hindsight, we're the armchair quarterbacks. It's easier to go, oh, I would have done this, I would have done that. I didn't think that challenge was that hard for him.
Yeah, but you know what was good? I thought good gameplay by Melissa was her idea to not have the group splinter, not have the group break out, because that's how you achieve a challenge like that, is you get little people in one-on-one conversations. That's how like Sam got the Justin Timberlake's in last year, right? Was one-on-one conversations. She says, don't splinter. Let's stay in a big group. So that way, if somebody says you look like this celebrity 4 times, they'll be like, Nick, why the hell do you keep saying that, man?
Right.
That was very smart. And Melissa is sharp. And just a side note, can we talk about she is sharp because these outfits are giving? Okay, just wanted to put that in there.
She's an icon of the game. Almost gets sent home for slicing brie cheese.
She cut the cheese.
And you know what, though? I will say this, and I think you look back at last season, this is about the time that Lydia went home. It's about the time I went home. It's right before Jamie, you went home. It's the middle part of a season. You see a lot of players who are architects of the game and who are notably seen as strong players by the other players. You do see a lot of them leave in the middle of the game. And unfortunately, I do think Melissa, her plan there was so good that it basically got her sent home.
And she made all the sense.
And all this double kill shot stuff, like I said, we had no idea any of that was coming. For us, when we found out that the millionaire got to move the money was a big shock. And then when we found out they got to move it again, we were kind of like, oh, okay, this is a thing. It took a while to catch on to all these things that were being thrown at us. And I think they were in a situation with the kill shots to say, well, I don't want to make the millionaire mad. I want to target the millionaire. I want to, go after them, but I can't let it come back on me because then they're going to take me out. And, and like Nick was saying, then it's the double thing. Do you take out one of your alliance? So it looks like somebody framed you if you take out somebody from the other alliance. And this is where you really start seeing that these games are about alliances and connections and relationships, because there's people that are going to get further simply because of their relationships with other players.
Yep. I
Yes,
agree. I
absolutely.
agree. I agree. And Sydney said the same thing. I think it's
Yeah.
sort of the big theory with $1 Million Secret. It's an alliance game. With this season, I'm having a harder time figuring out who the alliances are, though.
I don't think they know either. I think they're
Yeah.
struggling and they have a big induction, especially in episode 4 here. They have a big induction of fear. The millionaire has to move different because to say you're going to get a double kill shot, sure, that's a good thing, but four votes against you is brutal. It's
Ooh, yeah.
impossible. Like you're out of there. So I feel like it just seems like there's a little bit more pressure, even outside of the agenda itself
Mhm.
Yeah.
and getting in the trophy room to even have enough of a mind to pick an alliance.
You
Like at that point, you're like watching your back.
that you
I
have
think they've already
seen.
got alliances. I think at this point they already did. You can tell Melissa and Daisy are tight.
Mhm,
Lauren from the South is tight with them. You can see
mhm.
that those three are kind of together, and obviously Nick and Tomika are pretty tight.
Yeah.
And he's got his guy bromance thing going on. So you can
Yeah.
see some of those alliances. But then there
Bromance
are
enough
other
to send him
people.
home.
Yeah, and then there are other people.
Oh wait, did we lose a little connection?
A
She'll
guy
be
from
back.
Arkansas. Uh,
Caleb.
Caleb. I'm like, Caleb's kind of all over the place. Who's he really lined up with?
Caleb
Not
seems like he's
sure.
aligned with everybody. Every time
Yeah.
Caleb says he's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
this is my new number one," I'm like, "I didn't know you had it like that, Caleb." Caleb seems like he's pretty well connected in the house.
Caleb's that guy.
Yeah,
Like he is
He's Corey.
flying under the he's
yeah.
that guy.
His social game is very similar to Corey. I
Or
agree.
Yeah.
almost like a Phil, though, because you saw
Yeah,
us all boo-hooing when Phil left. Everybody just had a moment of connection. So he kind of
yeah,
gives me yes, Corey, and throw a little
Yeah.
Phil in there because just
Yeah.
there's something about the tenderness and the Southern drawl and whatever it is that is drawing
yep,
people to Caleb.
yep, yep. I agree. I think he's in. I think his social game is in a very good place going into the final six.
Absolutely. One of the things that I noticed too, the gameplay, because we were talking about, oh, that's what it is. With strategy. Melissa was very strong. I like how she drew her line in the sand because a smart strategy is to keep everybody together. Because for a minute there, that went on for like 5 minutes. And I was like,
Yeah.
if nobody moves, they're just going to run out the clock on Nick and
Yep.
he's not going to be able to do a thing. Brilliant. But
Mm-hmm.
it puts a target on her back. And then also Casey, she's sharp. And sometimes when you say exactly what you're thinking and clocking, it can get you into trouble. So it's a really hard to try to find the balance.
You see. Listen, it's going to be a theme. We're going to talk about it again in episode 5. When you get to this part of the game, if all else fails, you get a strong player out.
You kind of have to, right? Let me go to the chat and see what people are saying. Oh, they said you, Miko. Someone's agreeing with you, Chris. We've got some people in there. People are driving in their car. They're enjoying the show. I love it. So let's talk a little bit about the
Mm-hmm.
challenges. Lydia, what did you see in some of the challenges? What did we have here on this first one? It was the corks and how did you feel about that
Oh
challenge? What
yeah.
were your thoughts?
The running through the winery kind of thing. I thought that was a great one. The whole wine bottle deal and because anybody can do it. And so these aren't really big physical challenges, but they're a challenge. It's sort of like that thread the needle thing. Um, so I liked the whole wine thing, and you combined the pan. They do a good job of showing the panic, which is what you're feeling in those challenges.
Panic is an understatement. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I would have. First of all, every time I'm looking on Instagram and I see these posts about ADHD, I was like, do I really have that? Because every time Peter is explaining the all of the rules, I'm like, what did he say? I'm rewinding. I'm like, what do you have to do? Where do you go? And that's why I was like, you know what? This is why I had to ask Chris every time. What are we doing?
I, I was gonna say, but I was gonna say, I'm glad you said it. Like most of the challenge, I'm like, Jamie, just follow me. Come
Uh-oh.
over here. Come over here. Jamie, put the snake in there.
Look, I'm so proud of these people because they're like, okay, got it. And I'm like, it's just like, because you have to be on point. You have to know somebody has to stay behind. Somebody pushes it. You don't want to be chaotic in that moment because you lose time. And that's something that you can't afford to lose if you want to get in the trophy room.
Yep. Agreed. I
Nuts.
thought an interesting part of that challenge was the fact that only a portion of the team got to go to the trophy room. So like you had to self-select during the challenge to stay behind, hit that button, and basically say, I don't need the trophy room. Now remember, like I said, I think at that point we're sort of still early in the game. People are eager to show that they're a team player. Some people less so. We'll talk about Nick doing the poker later in the next episode. But people are like, okay, I want to do something good for the team. And I'm going to stay behind. You can have it, Kevin. You can have it, Casey, right?
You're trying to keep everybody happy so you don't get voted out.
Yep.
Because at this point, people are still voting out based on who they like or don't like.
Very much so. I saw a lot of that, a lot of manners. A lot of people were being very demure, very kind.
Yes.
Yes.
One thing I noticed, though, and I was thinking about this when it came to the gameplay, is Kat was stacking them quirks. But she had already said, like, oh, I'll be the one to stay back. But when it comes to the game, Caleb them quirks was falling all over the place.
You got to do what you got to do.
Push the clumsy guys aside and step up, girl, and do it. Yeah.
Handle it. So I was kind of like, Kat, just take the reins. Like, you can be kind another time. Get up in there.
I had flashbacks to was it Sydney stacking stones on your back last season?
Flashbacks, because that was so high pressure and so stressful. And like I said, you really can't you can't spare any minute. Everything is like down to the minute, down to the second. As we see with them, the only reason Casey and Kevin get into the trophy room was because of their time.
Yep.
Yeah. So
and we don't know how much creative editing there was in there, how close it really was. We have no idea. But
yeah,
they also don't know.
but the thing is, the outcome of the game is the outcome of the game. That's one thing where there's no stopping the cameras during we know that part, right, from being in the show. So I think if you're in the once they say okay, the challenge is starting, you feel the pressure and it doesn't stop until it's over. I mean that's something I still get nerves even when I watch them.
Yeah, it kind of had me a little bit on the edge of my seat, and I thought it was a good challenge. I kind of like the challenges that they have going on this year too. I think they're pretty cool. They did a good job putting those together.
Yep.
Okay, wait. So where did I lose? You were kind of talking about that, Chris, the 1999 agenda. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
yep.
Casey was clocking it. I'm sorry, but when they said that and they was calling 1999, Nick turned bright red. Like he was shining through the whole TV. My whole room was red because Nick's face was like, he felt guilty.
Yep.
And Casey clocked that. So that was really good. Episode 4 was so full of everything. Kat really had a lot of attention put on her. And
for what reason? I didn't get that at all. I felt like that was where if I was Kat, I would have been furious with the rest of the people in the house. I'm like, you guys went after me for a high five during a challenge. Are you kidding me?
But you got to find something. And the thing that got her is her countenance changed.
Yeah.
She went from being like the golf cart driver she was here for, and she was laughing and kikiing, to like the weight of sending home Lauren T, seeing how this game really plays. You guys know after a certain amount of time it weighs.
Yeah, her energy had changed, and that was something that a lot of us in the first season clocked on different people when we didn't really know what we were looking for challenges. Right, that's how we voted out. Honestly, Phil was kind of his energy changed when he got the money. I think Lauren's energy changed at certain points. I think Harry's energy was the reason he got voted off in the first episode. So, if you don't have good facts, you kind of just go on vibes.
Yeah, I mean, I even got.
At this point, they've been there a little while, and you guys know. I don't know about you, but I was getting about 4 hours sleep a night. I just wasn't. You're not in your regular environment. You have no TV, no phone, no music, no any kind of distraction like that, and you're wound up from the day trying to go to bed and going, okay, I got to get up at 6 a.m. so I can get my shower and dry my hair and do all that stuff before they come to mic us. And so, it's understandable that your energy is not what it was.
You're like, guys, I'm tired. I swear. It's just I'm tired.
Absolutely. I remember Corey being like, on my tail about it. And he was like, well, you weren't acting like that. I'm like, sweetie, when you got 5 people telling you got the money and you don't have it, you about to see a side of me that, yes, you've never seen it before. It's not that I have the money. It's like now I feel like I'm on defense mode and like
Of
running for
course
my
I'm
life. Of
defensive.
course I'm defensive. So it is what it is. So let's move on to episode 5. And so Nick still has the money, right? Casey, oh well, let me not.
Let's say a quick eulogy for Casey and Melissa, two very strong players.
I
You go
know.
down on your own. You go down on the merits of being a good player. It's one of the best ways that you can leave the game.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, they got taken out there.
Yep.
I thought it was, yeah. So it was super bittersweet. So just to see them go, and like you said earlier, Chris, like I would hate to go buy a kill shot not on my own fruition. It's just so lackluster. It's like, are you serious? Like I could have stayed home for this.
I mean, look, I went home horribly, but I still went home as the complete of the completion of a full arc. Like I know how I got there. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it was not fun for me to watch, but it was a complete arc. If you just got, I mean, Lydia will tell you, she was kill shotted. I mean, her arc was, in my opinion, and I told people this, there was a scene, some of you who watched season 1 might remember. It was me, Kyle, and Corey. It was the 3 boys left in the game. We were talking before Sydney's elimination dinner, right? Where we knew we were sending Sydney home. By the water, we're walking up the stairs. I said to Corey, I think grandma's winning $1 million. I said, that was before we walked in. I said, I think grandma's walking away with $1 million because I was like, Lydia is powerful. She's a really stern player. Like she's very difficult to beat.
And, it wasn't impossible. Like that was a possibility.
She got kill shotted an hour later. So like we never got to see the completion of Lydia's arc. So Lydia, how do you feel about being kill shot? You were the first person ever to be kill shotted in the history of the game.
Well, it's interesting. Episode 5 is the episode I went home, and it's the episode that they did the poker thing. And I thought my boy Hunter did a great job.
Ooh.
I thought it was really interesting. The one where Caleb and Nick did the higher lower betting with the chips. Chris and I know. Remember in
it's not the first time I've ever seen that game.
They tried that. We played out the whole thing. But what happened, what I'm convinced happened, and this is when we were trying to guess, are you bluffing me or not? And so that's Chris, when I told you don't piss on my leg and try to tell me it's raining. We had started that game. Remember, we kind of had some rain and we had to stop and start things. And so you would pick 2, you would pull up 2 cards and put one where I could see it, one where you could see it. And I had to guess whether whose card was higher or lower. And at one point, after we each got one, and then I had looked to Peter and said, when I say you're lying or you're bluffing, am I guessing that his is higher or that mine is higher? I had looked to him and asked clarification on that, and he had said yes, and he was wrong. It was the opposite.
Oh, and so do you think they tried to redeem themselves by using what they didn't show with you guys and put it in here as a challenge?
I think I won that. I think I won that by accident. Like I remember being like, I guess I won, but I don't know how I won.
There was confusion, and
it was the same game but with clays. That's what it was. It was right. Yeah. So we've seen that before.
And so I remember, looking at him getting clarification and making my guess, and then they were like, "You're wrong," and thinking, well, wait a minute, you just told me. And so I'm sure what happened was they all went, oh, whoops, can that whole scene.
Oh, and so they took it all out, and that's cool because they use it for this one.
Honestly, our gameplay in that segment was shit. So I'm glad they took it out because both of us were like all over the place with our guesses.
Yeah. So, but also in that episode, I will say, I had been in the interview room before, and I'd felt some heat on me because of getting the clue in the trophy room. And so I had said in that interview, I'm going to lay low. I don't want to go back in the trophy room, whatever team I get on. Not looking to win anything. I'm going to back off and be quiet. And then Peter pulls out from the bag who the 2 team leaders are, and it's Chris and me. And I'm thinking, I just said I didn't want to be in charge of anything. You know, why am
You
I
don't
being
have
that?
that option.
And so when we did the shooting thing, and afterwards, Say Young said, "Oh, I knew our team wasn't going to win. I mean, look at us. We're just not the best shots." And Corey and Phil looked at her and said, "What do you mean?" And
Don't
they got
say that.
mad at her.
Well,
And
you
they
have to,
said,
right? Because you have to keep the morale up and you
"Yeah."
don't want
And they
your
said,
team
"You
to
didn't
feel
even try."
down.
By the
And
way,
when she first said, "Oh, I knew we weren't going to win," I was kind of looking at her and I wanted to say, "Yeah, I know." But then when they came on the attack of her, I just backed off and let them run with it. So,
That's
yeah,
probably a good idea.
yeah,
they didn't
you
think
have
we were going to win with
self-preservation,
Kyle
you know.
hitting 0 shots, though. So, I mean, we won in a different way because of Miss Jamie. So, yeah.
Who knew that I was good with a shotgun and moving targets? I
But
love
talk
it.
about,
So,
I did.
yeah,
but Tamika in this, in her
Yumiko,
challenges, Tamiko, I'm
Yumiko,
sorry, I keep saying
Yumiko.
Unico. Anyway, I love her. She's my favorite.
Well,
And
let's talk
She
about
is
her real
she's
quick.
a baller.
Because
She's a
yeah,
because we
baller.
have so much going on. We're in episode 5
Yep.
and we have agendas flying everywhere like beach balls to the forehead. So
So
look, she's
I have
like
so
that.
many notes on episode 5. Episode 5 is a masterpiece episode.
let's talk about this
It is.
gameplay because this is a lot going on. This is where we really get to the meat and potatoes of the game. So I know you were hyped, Chris.
Yeah,
What's some of the first things that
I got a few
came to your
I got a
mind?
few things. First of all, Kat is out of consideration, right? Because that's who they voted for at the last dinner, and obviously they went to the kill shot, so they know it's not Kat. So they
Yeah.
are down to Kevin, who again most people are like, we don't really think it's Kevin.
Mhm.
Yumiko and Nick. Nick still, we know, has the money. He gets the clothespin agenda. Put the clothespin on 3 people. Yumiko gets the 911 misdemeanors and handcuffs
Hello.
memorial version of the non-millionaire agenda. And I'm just going to call her the booper in chief. She just gets, her thing is just boop 3 people on the head with a beach ball. And
I
she just
love it.
takes the beach ball and says, you know what? I'm not even going to think about how I'm going to do this. Boop, boop, boop. 3 boops in succession. And she's like, I'm done. That was it. So Yumiko is something else. I mean, she's a baller. I don't have much else to say about that. Nick struggles with the clothespin agenda. He gets caught.
Oh my gosh. Can we talk
pretty
about that?
quickly.
Because I'm like, sir, he
Terrible.
was sitting right behind Hunter, and I feel like he could have just pinned it right on his back. And then the Lauren G pin was perfect. But then he put it on Caleb's arm, and I just feel like he could have put it on the back of his butt or like his shorts, something he would not have felt
Mhm.
right away, like the arm. I was like,
Yep.
Nick, are you trying to get caught?
I think it's got to be on the bottom of your pants or the bottom of your
Yes.
shorts or something, but he gets caught right away. And then
Yeah,
you
no
kind of
shame.
see. So go back to the gameplay thing. Something we've talked about so far this whole season is it's different when there's a kill shot versus there's not a kill shot. Okay, so there's no kill shot this episode, and they know that the kill shot is not in play, right? So we get to see some shenanigans.
Right.
Let's put it that way.
Oh yeah, there's no kill shot in play.
There's no kill shot in
Only
play.
Nick knows what he's getting. It's either no trophy room. Okay.
Mm-hmm. The only thing that happens here is Yumiko has to survive the vote and Nick has to survive the vote. That's it. And then she gets the money. So Yumiko is looking at it like this episode now it's about the millionaire. It's about Nick, but it's about Yumiko tremendously because Yumiko says, I need Nick, who at this point, once he gets caught putting clothespins on people, is an obvious millionaire, right? To survive. So Nick basically is sort of dead to rights. We get into the challenge, which is the poker game. It's poker, it's blackjack, it's roulette. We'll talk about that. I'll let Lydia talk about that. But in that game, the biggest critical piece, Hunter, by the way, Hunter's like, hey, how did you guys know I was a poker player? Was it the fact that I was lording over the roulette table and I didn't blink for 45 minutes straight?
He went into game mode like this. It was really
rules.
nice.
I was like, oh my God, we're playing. Never mind. I don't know anything about those things. Anyway, but he says, we need to throw the game.
What did you guys think about that? Because I even if I was playing and it wasn't my
Mhm.
mission to whatever with the millionaire, I didn't agree with that because yeah, we're all playing our own game. And just to, if anybody needed the immunity, it would be one of the four people on the chopping block. So to throw
Absolutely.
that out there, like, oh, let's make sure it's somebody else because they're not on the chopping block, I wouldn't agree to that because I would say if I was one of the four on the chopping block born in 1999,
Yeah.
I would absolutely want immunity in case one of y'all get it wrong
So
again.
I'm not mad at either of them. I mean, I think Hunter, Hunter is probably the player that I identify with the most in the sense that he looks at the game as we got to do what's best for the group, and we got to do cooperation as long as we possibly can. Try to find the millionaire, get him out, and keep moving. Right. I like Hunter's mindset here. I'm not mad at his
I'm
mindset,
not
but
mad.
I'm also not mad at Nick for saying no. I just think that Hunter, I wanted to ask him, I would love to ask Hunter this question. Why didn't you do it one round earlier? Because if you had did it one round earlier, then you would have had only one person on the other side, Kevin, right? I think. Yeah, because Kat was out of consideration. Kevin was the only person. Then when you split the teams up, it would have been easier to throw
Was
because
immunity on the table at that time?
I believe it was.
Yes.
Yeah, it was because they knew that that's what because at that point they knew that there was going to be no clue and they were just playing for immunity. So I said, why not go with the 1 versus the 2 team, have your team lose, go to the other side, and then have Kevin lose in the semis and just give it to I think it was Lauren, a couple of Daisy was on that team, a couple others. That would be my only question for Hunter. I'm sure I'll get to interview him at some point. That would be my one question for him. But I like it. I'm not mad at Nick for doing that, but I do think at this point Nick is like, hey, I'm going for immunity. I don't care if it makes me look like the millionaire. You guys already know that I am. So,
Ooh, that was so bold. He was playing bold. And this was another game where I would have just been sitting back like, oh my God, I don't
I
know
think
what
Nick
numbers
in
to
the
play.
beginning, I think Nick in the beginning was like, yay, here's my thing. And he jumped right into it. And I think also perhaps when he threw out the let's throw the game, I think he was gauging Nick's reaction.
for sure.
And that
Yeah.
told him a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it was sort of like in a poker player sense. It was like let's call his bluff and see what he does. And
Yeah, but I was very surprised he threw the game. I really was surprised he did it.
the fact that Hunter
Did he,
the fact that
or was
Hunter
Caleb just
did.
that good?
I think
No, he
Hunter and
threw it.
Yumiko did. Yeah, well, Yumiko went along with it. The thing is,
Okay.
Yumiko
Oh,
was
yeah.
She went
was
along.
in a social group setting. Once it got alone, Nick was like, "Screw it, I'm going for it." You know what I mean? Caleb just beat him heads up, so I think he did the group a great favor. But
Caleb
yeah,
outplayed him.
Caleb did a great job with that strategy to play tight and conservative to just kind of choke him out slowly but surely. That was brilliant.
It's kind of what Hunter did in the beginning. Get yourself a
Mhm.
stack of chips and then just hang on to them because it's such a limited amount of time you're going to
Yep.
be doing this. This is not going to go on for an hour or two. You're not going to have 25 rounds. You're only going to have a few. So
I'm not mad at how anybody plays this part of the game. I think it was good gameplay from Hunter, good gameplay from Nick, good gameplay from Caleb. May the best man win. Caleb wins. And at this point now we leave the game and it's all right. How is Nick getting out of this one?
Well, then that's when Yumiko comes to the rescue because not only do we learn that she is an intelligence analyst from the Navy, hello, we learn that she has been clocking everyone from the beginning. And this whole
she
thing where
has been doing all the heavy lifting for her alliance.
It just
She's
goes
been
to
doing all
show
the
that
heavy lifting for her alliance.
social
Yes.
game is important. Like I think
Yeah.
that you see there Yumiko, she knows like if I need to get these people in order to buy in, the first person I got to go to is a social influencer of the group, and she goes to Daisy. And Daisy likes it, and she starts doing what Daisy does, which you see Daisy has a very strong influence over that part of that. See Daisy's in the chat. She got a very strong influence over a certain section of the house. Says, oh, let me get Daisy on board.
and
Daisy,
Yumiko knew that.
Yeah, exactly. That's why Yumiko was balling in these 2 episodes. She was balling. It was crazy.
She is out here taking shots like one by one because it is really magical to observe. Hey, we see Daisy, and Daisy, she's in the chat, but you're upbeat, you're talking to everybody, you're opinionated, you're willing to come in and hug everybody. It would behoove somebody if you wanted something to spread to tell a strong player like Daisy who has alliances and maybe
Mhm.
areas maybe Yumiko didn't. Like I didn't see too much that like Yumiko and Lauren G were so tight.
Mhm.
Copacetic but not tight. So you would need a Daisy to segue and get that
Yep.
information over to that side of the house to continue to seed this in a way that would hopefully lead to the results you want.
Mhm. Yep.
And
So good.
we start seeing Lauren G kind of getting a little bit more active because I
Mhm.
think up to this
Mhm.
point, she's just been in kind of in the background. And maybe it's
She's been in the background, but she is
kind of wrong
funny.
with her group. And this is the episode where we see Yumika really start to shine. We see how strategic she has been up to this point, and we start to see Lauren G's talents
Yeah.
start to come out.
Right. Yeah. And the thing that's interesting to me is I think that Yumiko had sort of a split second decision about, okay, if it's not going to be Nick, who can I get? Like, who can I get?
Yeah.
And I think that Hunter, um, again, like I said, I think I see a lot of similarities in how he played and how I played, in
With
the
who?
sense with Hunter, in
Mm,
the sense that,
yes, yes, yes.
he, um, once people start feeling like another person is trying to control their game, they don't like it.
Yeah.
And Hunter, I don't want to say he overplayed his hand because I think Hunter, for me personally, Hunter was the best player. That's just me. If I'm casting one vote,
Yeah.
Hunter and Yumiko are 1 and 2,
Yeah.
right now. Hunter is a leader. He is very opinionated about how the game's going to be played. I think enough people look at this and say, all right, he's clearly got a heavy pulse on what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
But also I think I want to think for myself, and maybe it would be
Right.
okay if he's not around.
Yeah, no, I totally get it. And I'm going to go to the chat really quick because I completely agree. Once you start to, it's almost like a Melissa moment. Once you start to speak up too much, y'all don't go anywhere, stay in a group, don't do this. People are like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go get sun and I'm going to figure it
Yep.
out. But one thing I want to say back to the doppelganger thing is somebody thought you were the guy from the night museum. My bad, bro. That's you, right, Chris?
Hey, I just put that up yesterday. If it was me, you would have had some easy choices. Easy choices
Right. There would have
for
been like a
doppelgangers.
cast of people. I'd be like, is that, what is it,
Gerard
Zoolander, right?
Gerard PK. Cara thought I was Cody Calafiore from Big Brother. She thought I was convinced that I was on Big Brother. I said, no, like I'll show you when we're after the show. I wasn't. So, but yeah, no, I mean, I go
We got,
back to like,
we got Lauren G in the house too, really quick. Hey, Lauren
yeah,
G.
Lauren G is the queen of one-liners. Like,
No, I'm like, girl, you're made for reality TV. She's like, I have a 9 to 5. I'm regular. I'm like, girl, your clock, you are good.
we go back to, I think about with Hunter again. I was watching his episode. I was thinking back to something that didn't really get a whole lot of play in our season was Phil's elimination dinner. He said that everybody just went along with whatever I said, and he called me the chairman of the board. You guys remember that, right?
Oh,
And he said, okay, you guys just go along with whatever Chris says. This didn't make the final cut, but it was after that, Kyle and Corey, the other guys in the house, were like, I don't like that. Like, I don't agree with that. And I
oh,
definitely felt
okay.
them. I definitely felt them pull back from my influence at that point in the game, where they're like, oh, Phil thinks that I'm just your lapdog. I'm not doing
Yeah.
that. Right.
Nobody wants to feel that way.
So I think that in a lot of cases, I think that if you feel like you're in control of the game and you get a little bit too vocal about it, it can hurt you. And I know Hunter, like I don't know him, but I think I could tell just by watching him, he is confident, charismatic, and probably didn't realize that by doing that, he was putting a big old X on his back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very well said. 100%. And so before we wrap up episode 5, what I do want to say is Behind every successful man is a woman because Yumiko did that. This is the only reason why Nick skated through this whole episode.
Exactly.
Just
Yeah.
She did it.
Yeah, you know what she did? She said, I'm going to take the money from you, and here's a little kill shot for you. We'll talk about that in the next episode.
well, let's get into it. So we see Curly Q Hunter disappear. It was really fun to reveal his occupation, which is what you got to do, Lydia, before you left. Like, well, I wasn't honest about,
Well,
and so
the best part was both Lydia and Hunter were like, by the way, guys, I'm a professional poker player. And I was like, I know, Lydia. Like, I could tell.
And,
like,
that the elimination dinner didn't make the edit, but you had said to me, to everybody at the table, Lydia reminds me of the Doyle Brunson and for people that don't know, Doyle Brunson's like the most famous poker player ever, the godfather of poker. And he compared me to Doyle Brunson, and I thought, he knows. Oh no, how could he know? And yeah, that's one reason why when I went home, I thought it was Chris sending me home. It could have been Sydney or Jamie, but I thought it was Chris doing it with his alliance, because I had thrown Jamie and Sydney under the bus. And so when I got the kill shot, and you had called me Doyle Brunson, I was like, it's Chris.
Yep, I know that was rough.
And all of those were wrong, which is even crazier.
I was the only one who had it right, but
and that's what's crazy is because I saw so many times as we were watching these episodes 4, 5, and 6, people say, this elimination dinner is going to be a shoe-in. This is going to be a breeze. And I'm like, y'all don't know Peter in the Stag.
Yeah,
because
way, if that makes the final cut, there's a good chance you're going home, because that happened to me too. And I saw they were doing it to my boy Hunter. I was like, oh, we're sending Sam home with a one-way plane ticket back to New York. And then they were like, oh, guess what, Chris, you're going back home. And Hunter was like, this is going to be the quickest dinner ever. I was like, oh no, he's dead. He's done. They're hitting him with a Chris. This is so bad. You can't ever be confident. If you say anything confident in your confessionals, it's going in the episode right before you go home. By the way, Hunter, just so you know.
Well, I'm sure he knows now.
I need to have like some drinks with my boy Hunter, because I'm like, oh man, I know that.
Hunter and I are going to do a heads up poker game with each other.
Yeah.
Somehow we're going to do it online or something.
That's awesome.
We're going to play
speaking
poker.
about it, I know we didn't get all the way into episode 6, but I do have someone who wants to pop in and say hi. You guys down?
Yeah.
Who could it possibly be? Is it Peter?
Oh my God! I wish, because you guys know I have a little crush on Peter. He's so funny.
That was your boy. That was your man.
Guy.
That was your man.
Peter, we're gonna have to do a whole tribute to Peter before we're done with this.
By the way, that was the real showmance of season 1. Neither here nor there, but yeah.
That was the real showmance. It was me and Peter.
Is that who I think it is?
Oh, I'm almost on a live too. Hello?
Oh yes.
Wait, am I right or wrong?
You need to turn that around, buddy.
Hey guys.
Wolfpack, baby.
Woo! Hey guys. Hi Lydia.
Tarek.
Hi Lydia. Hi Chris. Hi Jamie.
What's up,
Hey
Tarek?
guys. How are you?
So glad you could join us and pop in and say hi. We're loving the season.
What's up, guys? Oh,
what's up, Hunter?
Hunter,
baby.
How we
Let's go.
doing?
We got all. There are too many goats on the
double
screen right now.
treat.
There are too many goats. This is unbelievable.
Dude, too many goats.
We love you,
Yeah.
Hunter. We
What's
were
up,
just
dude?
talking
Who's
about
watching?
you.
Let's go.
Bro, Hunter, man, dude, we gotta talk, dude. We gotta talk.
Oh yeah, let's get into it. I've been waiting for this for I don't know if I'm allowed to say how long, but I'm pumped. I've been waiting for this for a minute.
You can just say hello.
Hunter, you and I went home in I think the same episode or a similar episode. Anytime your confessional makes it into the final cut where you say this is going to be
It's
the
a
easiest,
death sentence.
this is the
It's a death
easiest dinner
sentence.
of all
It's
time.
over, dude.
You're going
Oh
down.
my God, I was sitting screaming at the TV like,
Because I said the same thing. I said you can never be confident in the confessional because if you lose, they're putting that in.
Bro, no, don't ever do it. I regret it entirely. It was a tough watch, dude. I was screaming at the TV.
I was you were with I liked a lot of the players. You were my favorite player of the season, by the way.
Dude,
so
you're the guy. That means so much. You have no idea.
Hunter, you're one of my favorites too. Right away, I'm like, I like this guy, but I already slid in your DMs and told you.
I know. I love you guys. You guys have all been super nice. I appreciate it. That means the world. Let's go.
I watch Hunter. I'm like, oh no, because I'm like, they're like, oh, we got to turn this on somebody. I'm like, oh, dude, he's put an X on his back with how strategic and how open he is about the strategy. I'm like,
Dude,
this is not good.
It means the world because every night since I'm like going to bed, rerunning every single decision I made. Like, did I do it right? It means a lot coming from some veterans. Like, you guys telling me that you like that. It means the world. I appreciate you guys.
Dude, dude, honestly, man, you should be super proud. I think the world has responded to your exit with a lot of.
What's going on?
What's up? Yo, we got the whole cast.
I love it.
What's going on?
Call Peter in for this. This is a proper reunion at this point now.
Is
Right?
this the Stag?
Pleasure,
The
Larry.
Stag Part 3?
Yeah,
That's right.
Stag Part 3.
Pretty much.
Take it on LA.
Yo,
now.
A
Nick,
lot less beef, a lot more fun.
Yo, Nick, I don't recognize you without your shirt off, bro. Like, you gotta take your shirt off. Dude.
Bro, people are saying you can't not wear a suit is also what they're saying.
We like the suits. The ladies, we love the suits. You guys were chef's kiss with that.
I got bullied into taking my shirt off on a live last year after the season. I'm just letting you know what's coming for you is you're gonna have
I was just trying to hit the gym. I was trying to get a pump in.
Bro, you're gonna have some men in your DMs asking you to take your shirt off, bro. I'm gonna tell you from coming. It might already be happening. I'm gonna tell you from personal experience. Kyle and I can tell you all.
Poor
about
Kyle.
this.
Poor Chris.
There might be some girls in your DMs. There could be a lot of dudes in your DMs.
This is all male identity.
Okay.
This is all guy identity going on.
Hey, dude, love to anybody that comes in there. It's fine. It's awesome to get any sort of love from anybody.
I totally agree,
that part.
man.
Yeah,
The fans are the best,
dude.
man.
It's
The fans
awesome.
are the best, man. Hey, I hope you guys are having a good time.
We love you guys so much. We love that
love
you're
you
out
guys.
together. It's so
Let's
important
go.
for the cast to kick it, keep supporting each other, keep shining, keep posting, and doing the thing. And, we'll have to get you on so we can talk more in depth when we are allowed. But it's just so nice to have you in here showing love. Like, you guys are the best.
We love to watch it,
We
man.
love you guys. Appreciate everything you do. Appreciate having us on.
Just a little surprise for you guys.
Yeah, man.
I love it. Thank you, Tarek.
Good luck next
You
week.
guys
man.
are amazing. We love watching you. We're just sitting here watching you guys.
Lydia, we need to make the heads up thing happen. Let's get it done.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
I'm
I gotta
ready
watch
for
Let's
it.
get it done. The world needs to see it. Come on.
Bring it on,
Come
Hunter.
on.
Let's do it.
Can we bet on it?
Lydia, God. My money's on Lydia.
Season
sorry,
1
Lydia, my
versus
money's on
season
Hunter.
2 poker challenge.
She accepted your challenge.
All right, we'll get it done. I'll make it happen. We'll make it
I'm
happen.
gonna go get my ring though and put it on beforehand. My
Gonna get her ring.
tournament
Oh
ring.
yeah, I look. My money's on you, to be honest with you.
How
But
many
we'll make it
bracelets
happen.
do you have,
either way.
Hunter? How many
Huh?
bracelets and rings do you have?
No, I'm a cash game player, but I'm doing all right. So we're doing good. I think it'll be good. It'll be a good match.
Oh my gosh, you guys are awesome. Enjoy all of your kicking it.
This
Love
is
you
so
guys.
iconic.
Just want to say
All right.
hi. We love you guys. You guys,
Guys,
are
good
awesome.
luck. Congratulations.
You paved the
guys.
way for all of us. This wouldn't happen without you guys.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I know
God
that's
bless
right.
you guys.
That means a lot. It means a lot to hear you guys say that. Thank you.
Wolf pack. Woo!
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 But wait, we got
Love
the
you.
snake too. Let
got
me
the
get some
snake
love
too,
for
yeah.
the
Where's the snake? Who's the snake?
Oh yeah, that's me.
You a snake?
No, that was me. Yeah.
Do the snake.
I don't. What's the snake?
I'll
thing?
figure it
I don't know.
out,
I
bro.
just made that up. I was like,
I
you
don't
know
know.
what?
We don't have a giraffe on our season, unfortunately. Sorry, bro.
No, but to be honest, like my spirit animal is low key a giraffe because I have a long neck. So you in there, Nick? You in there?
Okay, guys. Well, they left me. They walked
No,
away
that's
now.
okay. Well, we can't wait to
Tarek,
talk to
we
you
only got
guys
to
one
see
on
you for a
one.
hot minute.
Yeah. Say it again.
We only got to see you for a hot minute on the show. You were
Yeah,
sick.
me. Yeah,
and,
you don't.
Yeah.
Wait, is it you? Let's see the back of your head. I can't tell. There he is.
Yeah, it's me. It's me, guys. It's me. I
So
also
where have
just
you been recognized, Tarek?
in
where- have you had any-
Albertsons.
Have you had any people come
Albertsons.
up?
The
Where?
first time I got recognized was in Albertsons, and they said that damn cowboy. I said I love him. I love him so much. God bless him.
Yeah,
I
man.
really do.
Be outside as much as you possibly can the next month because people will recognize you and then eventually they'll just forget about the
They'll
show,
just be
unfortunately,
like,
yeah. So
who is this guy?
I got recognized a bunch the first few months, and then it's gone way downhill as the show's gotten further in the past. So it's you got to soak it up, be outside, and
Yeah.
like, enjoy it, man.
I'm just happy to be here. Honestly, if no one recognized me, I'm with my boys. The trio that you
Yeah.
guys didn't get to see, but Trust me, it was
We
alive and
love
well in there.
that.
Oh, I
It
believe
was
that.
alive
Yep.
and well in
Dude,
there.
the bromances on the show are strong, man. I still
It was
keep
great.
in touch with
I
all my guys.
stand.
So
I
yeah.
stand that so hard. Oh my gosh, Tarek, we can't wait to have you on. You guys let us know in the chat, show love that you'd like to see them on. We're going to chat more in depth, but we're happy you're able to pop by and show
Thank you
love.
for having us. Thank you
So
for
much
having us.
love, and we'll talk soon, okay?
You guys are amazing. I hope everyone liked it. And, watch
Of
this
course,
week's
bro.
episodes again if you haven't watched
Absolutely, bro. Good luck, Nick.
it. You guys are the
All right.
best.
All right, later, bro.
Bye, guys. Thank you for having me.
We'll talk.
Bye.
He's a stud. I love that
How
kid.
fun was that?
I
What a
love that.
nice
I
surprise.
love all those guys, man. It's so great to see them out, like being outside the Stag with you. Like Jamie and I know we hung out in person. Like it's
fun.
the best. It's so much fun being in person with your Stag.
I haven't been in
castmates.
person with anybody.
Oh, you haven't? Not yet? I thought you might have.
No, we
I've
communicated.
hung out with Sam. I've seen Kyle twice. I've seen Jamie. I saw Sydney. Yeah.
Young and I have communicated a lot, and Chris and I did a little thing together, and but I haven't actually been with anybody in person.
Well, I think Kyle's down there in Texas now, so you might have
Kyle is so busy.
You got to pull him off the
hang out
oil
with
rig. Kyle's either in the gym or on the oil rig or something. You got to pull him out. So.
Yeah, you literally have to pull them out. That was such a surprise. That warmed my heart so much. I really love those guys. They're so cool and they're killing it. So I'm glad they got to come in, and now we can go back and wrap up our show because we didn't even talk about episode 6.
Yeah.
Let me go to the chat really quick though, because they're going crazy. Oh, Kat, don't worry. We got clearance, girl. We are professional over here. It makes me laugh that people still talk about the show and act like players don't like each other when they have rivalries on the show. Love seeing the friendship.
Who was my number one rival on the show? Sam, right? We yelled at each other. We screamed all over.
Yeah.
We like literally went on a double date to an award show. It's like I don't get it. People take this a lot more seriously than the contestants do in terms of like interpersonal. By the way, take a step back here. The last time people saw you two on the screen together, Lydia was calling you shallow and pretentious.
Oh, yeah, we were.
But I have to say, it was only that moment because you were also my neighbor. We were all on the same floor. Chris, you were down the hall. Lydia was next to me. It was all gravy.
Yeah, I was in my opinion.
Yeah, there was so many more good times than bad times. Like when you're in a high stress environment and you're trying to throw people under the bus and get it how you live it just gets weird. And it is what it is. And Chris said it. He doesn't like to say this to the fans, but I will share it. It's like, if you weren't there, you kind of like don't get it. And it's not to separate us, but you guys, it's like sitting in boiling water, like for 3 weeks straight. Like,
yeah. That's it. It's like a lobster. That's right.
Yeah,
completely.
For me, I'm not at my best when I'm under stress for weeks, and not
constant
doing all those things, and then you get voted out, and you're like,
yeah.
Gosh, it is so tough.
There's a lot of creative editing. There's a lot of editing. I mean, they're filming thousands of hours worth of footage.
Yeah,
correct.
For sure.
And they do the stuff that adds drama and makes things interesting, and you say what you say, and if it, however they use it, that's what happens.
Yeah, absolutely. Y'all know that very well from me.
That's right.
Because me and my antics I'm insane. But the crazy part is I'm like that in real life.
I didn't have much of a filter. Yeah, we were like,
no, because what do? We're playing for $1 million. Ain't nobody got time to be cute and dainty. Like, where is the money?
Our game was so crazy because we didn't know what game we're playing until we showed up. So I mean, it truly was like one of the most unhinged seasons of reality TV of all time. So
well, I will say episode 6, the whole cornfield thing was very.
What do you think about that?
I thought it was traitors. It was really the whole masky and the whole scary darkness and
for sure
all that kind of thing. And that was a little bit, I guess they're not afraid of being compared to it, so because they are very different games in some ways, but in that way, I thought that challenge was very similar.
Yeah. So I got a few things for you, Jamie, on episode 6 gameplay.
Yeah, let me know, because Yumiko gets an agenda. There's some gameplay. There's a lot going on.
I think episode 6, we have probably one of the more simplistic episodes in the sense that the clue is just the millionaire's job. Yumiko gets, Nick is free and easy, right? Because we know that everyone knows he had the money, got stolen from him. So Nick is free and easy at this point. He's kind of living, just lifting weights in the gym. Like, he's doing his thing. I love seeing, by the way, Nick is a great watch. I mean, can we say that? Nick is phenomenal television.
He is so, is smug the right word? He reminds me of Matthew McConaughey. Like, he's just very like, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to make a comp. I'm going to make a comp. Season 1 to season 2, Nick is the Kyle of this season. The difference is that Nick got to be at the center of the action because of the money, whereas Kyle never got money, agenda, nothing. And he always said, like, I never got anything, man.
I know.
Nick is like, what happens if Kyle got the money at some point in our season, right? Because Nick is just there to vibe and bro out and get some curls in. And, he's like, oh, shit, now I have $1 million in my box. I got to figure this out. I'm looking forward to watching how Nick plays the final 2 episodes because he's in a good spot. Then after the challenge, so obviously Yumiko's the millionaire. Lauren gets the clue. It's that the millionaire is an intelligence analyst. We sort of
in this house of dummies.
In this house of dummies, we sort of pretty quickly get to, okay, Yumiko says she's from Virginia, right?
That was clever.
She's from Hawaii but goes to college.
Right. A lot of millionaires, a lot of government people, not millionaires, a lot of government people live in Virginia, and it kind of gets her at this point. But they also say, oh, they said she was an intelligence analyst. So maybe it's an older person, maybe it's Daisy. So we have our 2, Daisy and Yumiko. It kind of comes down to, okay, which of these 2 is going to go? Yumiko gets her agenda done pretty easily. She gets a lot of it.
Can we just talk about that? Because Kayla was sitting there and she was like,
boom, boom. Yumiko,
fired him off.
Remember I said Yumiko is just
she seized the opportunity.
She just boops people with the beach ball, and she's like, I'm gonna boop you with some foreign words now. Boop.
Yeah.
And
boop.
compared to when Nick had the clothespin thing, because I was sitting there thinking, all he has to do is stick it on. If he gets caught, goes, look what I just found on your shirt. Who did this? He could have, but she just was on it.
She was dishing them, and God, it was so brilliant and perfect because it doesn't need to be this long drawn out thing. Hit the sucker with all the punches. It was amazing.
And just get it moving. So I buried the lead a little bit. I said I thought it was a pretty simplistic episode as far as these episodes go, but we almost get one of the greatest moments in reality TV history here. We just miss it, which is Yumiko as she's walking into her dinner. If she survives, she gets a kill shot. And what does she say? She's walking into the dinner. Hey, guess what, Nick? You're getting the kill shot, bro.
Thanks for guys think of that because
thanks for the hot dove scene. Thanks for the money. You're getting the kill shot. Would have been one of the craziest moments in reality TV history if Showmance ended up with a kill shot. I mean, that would have been something else. So obviously we know that it doesn't go that way. Probably by 1 or 2 votes. I can't really tell. Looks like Caleb flipped at the last moment. May have been the swing vote. But Yumiko, she's a one and done as the millionaire. But you know what? I mean, I got to tell you, Yumiko, probably one of the best players in either season. I mean,
that's what they're saying in the chat.
Unbelievable.
And I love the way she owned, the kind of the spirit. And Jamie, you're going to relate to this. Her attitude was, I am meant to be here.
Yes.
I am meant to be doing this. I am meant to do this. And I love that about her. And one of the things I think they tend to do on a lot of reality shows across the board is if there's a favorite, like she was my favorite, and after Hunter went home, I'm cheering for her, and they kind of villainize the person a little bit so that you're not so sad to see them go. And so they show her saying Nick is out of here, and she's being real strategic, and she's kind of playing Caleb a little bit, and she's doing those things so that you feel like, ooh, she's a sneaky one. And they kind of, like I said, almost villainize her a little bit so you're not as sad to see her go. Maybe that's just my take on it, but
No, I think that's a good take because Nick is, he has a hero portion. There are people who are into him. He's had the money. So he does have a level of heroism, but the way they've played them off, like, they're beach balling them back and forth with these power dynamics and the flirtation. It's all of it. And it was that little bite, but I actually teared up when she left because you're right. I can relate. She did deserve to be there.
Is
She
Yeah.
played
is
such a good game.
I mean, is that the
She's from
best
Hawaii. I'm from
farewell?
Hawaii.
Is that the best farewell speech that any player has given so
Oh
far?
yeah,
I thought it
hardly
was
well.
fantastic.
She
It was
says,
as bad as watching Phil go.
"Yeah, I think that. I
There you
mean,
go.
and like sometimes people's farewell speeches don't make it in, like mine. But you know, they had to
That was
give me
so
the oh yeah,
sad.
I stabbed Sydney in the back. Sydney stabbed me in the back. That was not my farewell speech, guys. By the way, I said that like 3 days earlier. But the she says this experience helped me figure out who I am.
Come on, that is just relatable on all levels. I think we've all been at a point and period in our life where we were a little confused about that, trying to find our place. We get identified by parental, societal, religious structures, our jobs, all of these things, whatever. And to come into your own and find your own moments, and to say that being in the Stag, as stressful as it is, helped you find that in a particular way. It's just like,
I've got to say, even at my age, I felt it very. I'm trying to think of the right words that for me, because I had to own everything I did. And afterwards, I thought, I might really be a villain. If they edit it certain ways, I'm going to be a terrible villain.
They need some room to cuss
Everybody.
to on there.
And I thought, you know what? I got to own it. And it's who
Yeah.
I am. And the people that know me know me. And the opinion of strangers should not matter.
and
And
they don't.
it was very liberating for me to say, here I am, and make of it what you will, and judge me if you want. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm comfortable in my own skin.
It's a
And
very
Lydia, why
positive.
did we
I
have
can come in doing that.
the same exact experience? Because everything you just said is what I say about the trolls. Like, baby, if you think the name calling and the frustration has me crying home at night, I signed on the dotted line. I didn't say what I did. I have people who love me. I shine bright all over this place and enjoy the show.
Yeah, and
That's it.
it made me at 65 years old become much more comfortable in my own skin.
Yeah,
Much more comfortable, because what can you say to me now after being in front of millions of people and hundreds of thousands who definitely didn't approve of how I showed up? If I can get through that, I can get through anything. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
easy.
So while we're talking about getting through things, how are we up for another surprise? Do we want a little more?
I
Should
didn't
we
know we
add a
had
little
another
more?
surprise.
What else
I
did you
think
have?
we do. I think I'm gonna go backstage and see if there's anyone who wants to talk to us. Yeah. Do we have anybody else who wants to come up? Let me see. Let me just.
I'm not
let me-
prepared for this. Oh, baby.
Let me
You're
just
full of
check.
surprises,
I was
Jamie.
locked
You are
and
full of
loaded, ready to
surprises.
go. Who do we got? Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Let's go.
I hope she heard the things we just said about her.
That was exactly who I was hoping it was going to be. This is great.
Yumiko!
Yumiko.
Yumiko, I'm sorry I've been saying your name wrong this whole time.
No, it's fine.
Sorry.
Yumiko.
We
Oh
love
my
you,
gosh,
obviously.
woman!
Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa! Yumiko-san!
This is beautiful. First of all, congratulations on an amazing run on the show. I think that America and the world are responding to your amazing gameplay. I mean, what an amazing job.
It's so nice. Like, it's just like seeing like the floods of like just DMs with like girls saying like, I don't know if you're gonna see this, but I want, and like tells you like so many things. Like,
Yep.
feel like I could cry right now, but it's just like so many people are feeling seen, and like going into it, that's all I wanted, honestly.
Take as much time as you need to get back to everybody, because honestly, like when you respond, the response that people get when you respond to them is, I had no idea you would respond. It's like, no, I care about your response. Like, I promise you.
I'm like following them back. I'm like, me too. Let's be friends.
You need like you now have, because in the like you and I talked a few days ago, right? And you were like, the first 3 episodes, I don't know how it felt, like whatever. Now you are a beloved player. You came out of the year a beloved player, right? You have an opportunity to impact these fans, and I think you're going to do amazing things with it. If you are experienced on the show and the way you played is is indicative of your character, which I know it is. So,
that's
nice. Yumiko, be open to all opportunities. You don't know what's going to land in your lap. I think you have a future.
I think Yumiko feels like this might not be her last reality show. That was big time.
Say it louder.
Performance.
Come on, say it louder.
That was big time.
Speak that into the ethers.
Yeah.
I think Lydia, she like glitched out.
Oh, I think it did. Yumiko, I wanted to tell you that you embrace whatever opportunities might fall into your lap, because there are going to be a lot of them. And I think you have a future at the poker table.
Ooh. Really? You know, yeah. Hunter said he would teach me. Hunter said he would teach me.
Now,
I can teach you better.
Oh, she got
I got bracelets,
rings and bracelets,
jewelry. Now, Yumiko, I want to ask you a question, because we were just talking about it on the stream. You had a kill shot. If you survived the vote, the kill shot was going to be whoever you put on. Was Nick who you circled?
Well, she said it in the show. She said she made it very clear that that's what's going to happen.
That was a near miss of that would have gone down in reality TV history. I tell you, like I would have fallen, like, I don't even know, fallen through the TV. I don't know what it might have been, because the people who love reality TV, you're going to get some reality TV super fans who will do like rankings, and they watch every single show. You'll probably do some podcasts with them. They will tell you that would have gone down as one of the craziest moments in reality TV history if you had kill shot at Nick.
He was definitely going to be what'd you say?
He was on to me.
Yeah, he was.
Gotta shake them haters off.
He was.
And I was saying earlier, I was shouting at the TV in episode 4 and 5, saying, "Yumiko, get rid of that Nick guy. You can do better. Don't
listen.
Not knowing you were already, it was all part of your
Listen, I'm going to ask you a question.
Between 2 people. It was between actually Kat and Nick. Because that last elimination with like Kat, everybody went against her, and you don't really see like just how, like it was really emotional too, especially for Kat, because she was like, she was like caught off guard, because we were all
for sure.
Like some of us were her really close alliances, and it was just like such a shocker to her. And they don't put it, but I was like, everybody's gonna show their ass tonight. but after that, with everybody being so emotional with how they did that to her, I saw her as a liability a bit, because I was like, in the future, if it's ever us going against each other and I need people on my side, nobody is going to side with somebody that they already put through hell, So I was like, oh,
that's so smart.
It's between someone. Smart. Yeah, it was so hard, because Kat is my girl, and I realized too late, when I was forming my real core alliance, I was like, oh, she's so cool, but I was like, you can't break the integrity of the core that you established early. If you do that, you don't want everything going chaotic. You don't want
the die was cast. Yeah. The die was cast. Now I'm going to ask
Brilliant.
I'm going to ask you, Yumiko, a question and I wish Sydney was here, because it's a question that
and we gotta be mindful and make sure our questions make sense.
It's a question that is very personal to me, right? So when you made the decision to kill shot Nick, if you had survived, is there any aspect, because I'm thinking back to my own game, right, which is I don't feel like there's a romantic thing budding here, but everybody in the house thinks that there is, and it's bad that everybody is looking at me as having a compromised judgment. So maybe it would be okay if Sydney went home, because then that element is out the window, and I can just play a game where people. Did that cross your mind at all? People think maybe, I'm not playing with a clear head. It would be better if Nick was not here.
Yeah. Oh, he had to go. He had to go. I'm like, because, there are moments where it's like you're trying to talk strategy. You're trying to figure out like what moves you want to make, and like that, like flirting and stuff. Sometimes it's like, oh, like, I don't know. like you can't. It's hard to like navigate certain things when there's like that there. So I was like, oh, maybe you just got to go. I'll call you after. But you know,
you killed the bye.
Yeah.
$1 million.
I was like,
Million ching
like,
ching.
I'll take you out.
Yeah,
I love
After I
it.
take you out.
Yeah,
That was a great question, Chris, because it can play a part. And even if it's not super serious or whatever, it's just small, it still plays a part in not only how you show up, but the way everybody else thinks you're
perceives
showing
you,
up.
and that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
And that was why for a brief second Lydia told me that she wanted to vote for Sydney. I said I might not fight this too hard because it's not good for me that people think that this is how I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So I think Yumiko showed it.
Everybody
gosh.
in the house, you know, they were like, oh my gosh, like we're so scared about like her connection with Nick. And I was like, oh, if you guys only knew how I actually was feeling. my whole plan.
You play that
like,
well.
You really did.
I was like, look, at the end of this, everybody is like, you know, Nick is he's very intelligent. I knew from the beginning. I tried before the romance even came about. I was like him. He's just like me. We just sit in the back, we put our 2 cents, and then we back off. I tried to establish it in the beginning. It just so happens that, you know, we had like a little
You had a little hot tub moment. A little hot tub moment. Yeah.
Yeah. But I was like, for everyone else, he's dangerous. As long I want him to stay close with me, but he's someone that anybody would be okay with taking out, you know, because they see him as a threat. So I was like, I have a core few people that I was extremely loyal to, more loyal to than Nick. So I was like, we make it there. And I know there's going to come a point where, you know, I'm assuming because last season, you know, it was like 2v2. And it's like the two that win, they get to choose who goes out. Oh, sorry. Wait.
I think I was like, that's cool.
Did
I
Yumiko
think that's
just
only
win?
Yeah.
Did Yumiko just win?
Right.
But
Yes.
I was like, once we get to that point when we have to like decide who goes out, whoever's on Nick's team, whoever's with them, we throw the challenge, and not all of us will be okay letting him go. You know what I mean? And I established my core like day one.
That was what happened to Sydney. It was exactly what happened to Sydney.
But you were so right. You mentioned something, and we'll definitely have a full in-depth chat, you know, at a later date. But you did mention something about not switching up on alliances at all. And I really think that is true and plays a real part. I know that was effective for my game because there was a couple of us talking in the beginning. And if we had stayed through all the way, it could have really been different for everybody. It would have been a toss up.
Yeah,
but when you
agree.
move around and, you know, which is it's not a hard thing to do because this is a social game. It's just like coming in on the first day of high school. You make friends with the homeroom kids until you start hanging out with different people at lunch. And now you got a new crew. So
once the die is cast,
I was trying to make rounds.
Yeah, you got to make the rounds. Like
I was like, guys, stay focused. I don't care if you're close to them. Stay focused. Stay focused. I don't care if you're connected to. You don't think I'm connected with Hunter? Stay focused.
Right.
Stay focused.
Oh my gosh, woman, I love it. You did so amazing.
What have you been doing since the filming?
I actually took a very long break and I went home. I was like, it was such an emotional experience. I was just like, let me just go be with my family. Because, you know, in Virginia, I'm by myself. But I was like, let me go be with my mom and eat the food that I like poke and stuff. So I was there for a really long time. I just got back. But I was in school beforehand and I'm still wondering if I should go back. I want to see what happens with this. And, you know, if nothing happens, I'm going to go to school.
Good plan.
Awesome. Well, I think you have a high probability of being a multi-reality show person because you are made for this. And I would like to see you on another competition show because you're a beast.
Oh, you guys are
a beast. So good, so graceful with it. And you know what I admire most too? Not only your strategy, but baby, you are cool under pressure. You got to teach me because
I'm gonna take some notes from Yumiko. My God,
I gotta take notes. I be blowing gaskets left and right. I like freak out, you know. But
Sam and Corey had me in tears like 5 seconds into my dinner.
No, it's insane. Like I'm always like flipping out. I mean,
I actually got that from Lydia. I don't think you know this, but like I did say I was like, I'm gonna kind of move like Lydia because I feel like you had no problem saying certain things and you were just like, yeah. He just went right. I was like, I'm gonna carry that into my game.
Yeah, Jamie, I think you're shallow and pretentious.
Okay, yeah. Well, we'll tell your husband when you get home. So you're going
Let us
home.
put out there though, Jamie was like, run it back. Jamie was killing the challenge. I don't think like she was so like in the back and she's so like bubbly and like I relate to that too. You know, they never see it coming when you're just like, no. But Jamie's like, she shot, just kept like you was doing your thing, girl.
Girl,
Yeah,
I'm very competitive. I was.
And you know, Miko, you can understand that after being there for a couple of weeks, you know, still staying contained and still not showing all your cards, you did a much better job than I did because I think after a while, I just set down the barriers and was like, okay, here's what I think we should do, and started really giving people some strategy ideas, like trying not to vote Phil off and keep them in the game, and, you know, different things like that. And
that was good. I wish we would have been able to align on that because I actually was kind of with that. I thought that could have been really cool.
Yeah,
we got the votes to get Sydney out, and then Kyle backed out, and that's when I had to give Corey the whole not going to be Sydney kind of thing. And so, you know, you have to kind of go with the game, but I wasn't able to just maintain that low keyness that the way you did, because I thought you did a great job of maintaining it the whole time. And people
really did.
What was it like, Yumiko, for you the first couple days out of the house? Did you have like an emotional kind of letdown or like a kind of come down? Yeah, because it was tough for a lot of us. Yeah,
I was crashing out.
Yeah,
I was in my hotel room like. Oh, they're all gonna get it when they get out of there.
Why I
oughta? It doesn't help that the Kelowna airport is like the most crowded airport I think I've ever been in my life. So
yeah, and there was nothing to eat. I was like,
I
forgot who drove me to the airport, but I was like, ah!
Mine was Lindy. Lindy drove me. Yeah.
Okay, so that was funny.
Where's my cocktail? Yeah.
Oh no, because please, when me and Kyle got eliminated together, I said, "Come on, boy, let's go." So we get to the hotel.
They FaceTime me.
We ran up the bill. We was like, we want cheeseburgers, chicken wings, beer, tequila. Me and Kyle sat there and we stuffed our faces and talked everything out and really got to. I feel blessed that I went home with somebody because he was like we were each other's emotional support.
Yep. I wish I had that because I tell you what, Gabby got an earful from me.
Oh, I was
telling her all night. I was like, I'm so like.
Oh yeah, Chris, we FaceTime and I was like, I did not vote for you.
Right? Yeah, you guys were the only people that didn't vote for me. So I
know, because I had a feeling you thought we might have turned on you. I was like, no, certain people didn't stick to the program.
I knew Kyle didn't, but when I found out you did, I was like, I knew Jamie. We came into the house together. We're leaving together. That's it.
Period.
Yumiko,
my guy.
Yumiko and I, the episode 6 eliminations from either season. So now you get to just kind of sit on that and wait for a week for more episodes. It's a weird episode to go out in for sure.
Oh yeah, you guys were the episode 6 elims.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's a much better player than me though.
No, I don't think. I thought you were so strong. I thought you were so smart. Unfortunately, you know, like whatever happened. But I was like, dang. To be honest, they lucky they took you out because you were like. I was like, why didn't you say anything at the end? Why didn't you say anything?
I could have done a better job defending myself at the dinner against Sam. I should have asked her questions about her fake job that she made up. I wasn't composed enough to come up with a good response. And I did say that I was in a cop chase, right? Or that I was in a cop escort. So I kind of screwed myself with that. But the one thing watching it back is people could say whatever they want about me in the game. The Sydney stuff made me look bad. Right? I agree that there's certain things I would like to have back, but I had the millionaire right 100% of the time. And I'm curious if we played our season back and I had survived, would I have been able to catch Cara?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, yes.
Blocking things.
Yes, you would have.
I never missed once. So I'm like, would it have been different? I don't know. We'll see.
I believe it would have been, but
now, Yumiko, you're gonna watch the next 2 episodes and you're gonna be like, I would have won this thing.
Yeah, I know. I feel the same way. I wish I would have pushed harder towards days. Like, there's so many other things that I was thinking about, but I knew days before I left that I was going. You feel it by certain, like, we underestimate social dynamics, and even in games, and that drives a lot of things in life, and especially in a game where like social strategies and all of that is like a big thing. Once I
huge.
realized what was going on, I was like, oh, I'm going home. It doesn't even matter.
Yeah, that's how I
It doesn't-
felt by episode 7. I was exhausted. I was like, there's nothing I can say. There's nothing I could do. Well, when I got home, I thought of some stuff I could say, but it's just
Yeah.
like
You're doing it. You're doing this, sun up to sundown. At that point,
it's
you probably.
exhausting.
I think, Yumiko, you hit on something that we've kind of come across in this after show, which is we're trying to come up with some sort of theory of this game. Now we have 2 seasons worth of data. We're trying to come up with some theory, and I think right now what we've come up to is it's still a social game. Like finding the millionaire. In this season, it's more important than it was during our season because there's more kill shots. The kill shots are running rampant, and nobody wants to go home with a kill shot because they want to feel like they're in control of their game. But still, at the end of the day, it's a social game.
Yeah.
And you're seeing certain social archetypes. Like if you look at the final 6 that are left in your season, there are a lot of Kara and Kyle type gameplays going on.
I want to say I knew that it would end up this way. I knew it would. I wouldn't be surprised if it ends how exactly, and if it does, I'm gonna tell you.
And you know what? We gonna get into that on another chat. Do you guys have any more questions or anything else you want to say to Miko before we go? Girl, you did that. I'm going to keep telling you. I'm so impressed.
I'm so proud of you, Miko. So proud. So proud to welcome you to this family.
I'm proud of you. Yeah, I'm really proud of you. And everything happens for a reason. You were meant to be there. You were meant to go out when you did, because there's going to be a better opportunity that's going to fall into your lap. And if you'd have won this show, that opportunity wouldn't be coming. And something else I think is really big on the horizon for you.
And you know what? I believe Lydia because, she was at the table calling it. She was like, Cara, I hope you win. I was like, not Cara actually winning. So take it from Lydia. You're going to be on another show because she be calling it.
Something bigger.
Oh, thank you so much. That's so kind of you guys to say.
Oh, my darling. Thank you so much for being here. We enjoyed you. And when the episodes are over and we can really talk the nitty gritty, we'd love to have you back so we can get more about gameplay, maybe a little bit of what we didn't see, and some thoughts behind your strategies.
Ooh, I'm excited.
All right, dear. Thank you for spending your time.
Thank you for dropping by. That was awesome.
Yeah.
She's the best.
Wasn't that so fun?
Oh my goodness!
I'm so impressed, Jamie. Thanks for getting them.
Listen, I don't think we could sum up episode 6 any better than we just did.
I think we did that. Like, Lydia, thank you for coming in and guesting with us. Chris, thank you for always holding me down. You fill in where I forget things.
I got my trusty sheet here.
Yes.
I rely on the notes. I'm a note taker. So before we wrap up, Jamie, can we just quickly we have a final 6? Let's do predictions. Who's winning?
Oh, that's right. So for the final picks, we have Lauren G, Kat, Nick, Daisy,
Caleb,
and
Kevin. Motocross Kevin.
I see
Tom Cruise.
Lauren G is my gal. I think she's gonna go all the way.
She seems like she could slip through. There's a part of me that is still. I want Kat to get her bubbles back. Kat, we got to put the bubbles back in the engine, babe, because she has the capability and the strategy to almost her way right to the end, depending on how she plays it. Caleb is a little shocking. Caleb is riding this horse for a lot longer than I thought he was going to be riding. No shade. Yeah, no shade. So I think my top 3 are maybe, well, I want to say Nick, but he's already been the millionaire. I don't know.
Scarlet letter. They're not going to let him go. They're not going to let him go to the end.
Nick, Kat, Caleb. I'm really seeing, I don't know. I think there'll be a lot with those 3.
For the narrative of the show, we're in season 2. I think I want to see this happen just because of what it would mean for the show. I want a millionaire to get the money back at the end. So I think it's going to be either Nick or Caleb.
Hey, Kat. No, that would be.
I'm picking
it's not impossible. Okay, so we have Lauren G, Nick or Caleb, and I think I picked 3 because I need to at least see episode 7, but I'm going to say Nick, Caleb, or Kat.
So nobody is talking about Kevin. And I would watch. I would just. All I'm going to say is, like, Kevin is kind of in the Kyle role right now. He's played pretty, like he said in the game. He's like, I played a safe game so far.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, it works really well, but at some point, you gotta make the risky moves. Like, I would just keep an eye on that. Like, we may be
Kevin, keep an eye on Kevin.
Yeah, we may be sitting in this room a week from now, being like, Kevin from
pulled up
the parking lot. Like, yeah.
Skirt.
You know?
I'd say, if we're picking three, mine are Lauren, Kat, and Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
Lauren, Kat, and Kevin. I have Kat, Nick, Caleb, and Chris. You say Kevin.
By the way, Daisy's in our chat. Daisy's gonna be like, you guys haven't talked about me. Daisy is like the Sydney of our season in the sense that she has dodged elimination like 4 times.
Oh,
yeah.
What an amazing thing to bring into the final weekend is, like, I've faced the line of fire. I think Daisy, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I think there were like 3 episodes that they were like, we got to get Daisy. Daisy did this. Daisy did that. She's like, Daisy's like Matrix. And she's like, whoop, whoop, right. Yeah. She's all over the thing. Like, you can't get me.
Like, running through them cornfields.
So we shall see how that goes. But yeah, that's those are my picks.
Yeah, we'll see. And something else I'm also looking forward to.
Who gets the $1 million next is gonna.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, I need to see where they're going with it.
Sure, looked like Kevin was getting it based on his reaction. That's all.
I would like to see it because he seems really smart. Like, he kind of caught my eye in the beginning. Yeah. He did kind of fade to black a tiny bit. He's kind of playing more of a background character. So I'd love to see him lean forward. You know what I mean?
He's a pro athlete. He's faced much more stress than this probably on a weekly basis. So
facts.
So we'll see.
We will see. Well, Daisy, you guys.
I hope you get the $1 million because I'd like to see her play with the $1 million.
Yep.
Who?
I hope Daisy gets the $1 million. I want to see her play with it.
Oh, that would be wild. Oh, that would be a good show.
I think Daisy's got some tricks up her sleeve.
That would be so much fun. We have a prediction in the chat. I'm calling my shot here. Lauren reveals when she has some incredibly secret job and she goes sicko mode the final 2 episodes to get the win.
That's peak cinema right
Lauren
there. I like
G.
that. Yep.
She was like, oh, y'all thought I was just funny.
Mm-hmm. You think I'm some joke to you? Guess what?
Right. You want to laugh.
She's the one that said in this house of dummies.
Yes.
So it's like, yeah, she's smart.
That sounds like something you would say, Lydia.
Oh my God. It does. It is. Thank you, you guys. It's been my pleasure to produce this after show. It's something that I absolutely love. And I hope, we love that you're enjoying it. It's amazing.
We'll be back here.
All right, you guys. Yes, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll be back next Thursday to talk episodes 7 and 8. You know where to find us. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And under the tab where you see live, you can set your notifications. So in case you forget, when we go live, it'll ping your phone or your computer so you don't miss the next episode because we'd love to have you here. So keep watching, keep supporting the show. Stay locked to $1 Million Secret on Netflix. And yeah, we'll catch you on the flip side.
With the mostest. See you next week.
Bye.
All right, see ya.